Tonight, the Panthers host the Scituate Sailors in the quarterfinals of the MIAA Division IV State Tournament. My name is Tom Emmons, and alongside is my co-host, the legend, Jay Wyman. Jay, the Panthers and Sailors have met in the playoffs 4 times. What do you expect to see from Holliston against Scituate tonight?
Well, first of all, what we want to do is wish all the veterans a happy Veterans Day. They do so much for us, and for all the Marines out there, happy 274th or 47th birthday, I guess it is. But to get back to the game, first question, what's the weather going to be? Right now it's kind of muggy-ish, so it's not too bad. Is it going to get wet? Is it going to rain? And is it going to be windy? Those are 2 big questions. If it does, and we get into a running game, then what will happen is Scituate, who has a really big line and some really good running backs, and they like get behind those big linemen and running a lot. So they'll have their running game, and of course Holliston has their running game going with Devin Harding and Pacheco, and then you can run sweeps with Sweeney and Dennison and the War offense. So both of them will be all set if it gets to be bad weather. But if not, you might see a wide open game by 2 very good teams who really want to kind of find out a little bit more about themselves, and the way they're going to do it is to play this game tonight.
Holliston is the number 4 seed, comes in with a record of 8-1, averaging 33 points a game on offense, allowing just 13 on the defense. Their head coach is Todd Kiley in his 20th season with the Panthers, 165 wins against 53 losses. The 5th-seeded Scituate Sailors are 4-4, averaging 22 points a game, allowing 29 points. Their head coach is Herb Devine, and in his 14th season with the Sailors, he's got 106 wins for Scituate. The captains are out for the opening coin toss. Number 54, Pierce Alachi. Number 13, TJ Kiley. Number 56, Grant Harper. Number 9, Joey Gentile. And number 11, Brady Sweeney. For Scituate, number 2, William Chatterton. Number 8, Jameson Hodlin. Number 36, Colin Morley. And number 75, Danny Thompson.
Roland Cole was the linesman, the line judge, Tom Patton, Bill Doherty, the back judge, Jim Costello is up here with us running the scoreboard out.
Glad the weather's in our favor so far tonight, Jay.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it holds off and we can get a game in, because you want to see both these quarterbacks, so can pass the ball. They can throw the ball. The quarterback for Scituate has an extremely strong arm. What I've seen in the film, he can throw the ball a long way, so that's, puts a lot of pressure on those defensive backs.
So Scituate will receive the kick as Holliston won the toss and defers. We'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a few moments. All right, and now HCAT's onboard stats computer, Carlos Canto, with Los's pregame lowdown.
Thank you, Tom. As you guys well know, these 2 teams have developed a little bit of a playoff rivalry in the last few years, going back to 2013. They've played 4 games. The Panthers won the first 2 in 2013 and 14, but the Sailors came back and have won the last 2 in this series. The last one, 4 years ago now, probably the hardest to take. Sailors scored 22 fourth-quarter points and included passing touchdowns of 54, 51, and 42 yards. So the Panthers will definitely want to limit all those big chunk plays tonight. In terms of the weather, it is pretty nice and pleasant right now. 64 degrees, a little bit of a mist. The heavier rain is going to come through the area. It's just a matter of what time. Probably won't get here until the game is over, but you never know. There is a gale warning in effect, as well as the remnants of that hurricane that swept through Florida kind of come up into the northeast now. So we'll see how the weather plays tonight as well.
Yeah, the game was moved up from, thank you, Los. Game was moved from 7 to 5 p.m. to try to avoid any conflict with the big weather. So looks so far so good. Number 14, Kawhi Lima, getting ready to kick off for Holliston. Drives the ball up the field, bounces to the 15. Scituate returns it to past the 25, and that's where they'll start 1st and 10.
Scituate's the defending state champion here for Division 4, and so Holliston's going to have their hands full tonight.
Scituate offense is averaging a whopping 343 yards a game, 122 through the air and 222 yards on the ground.
Well, it's a good test for this Holliston defense, who has just been absolutely sensational against the run this year.
Scituate quarterback is number 7, Jackson Belsan. 82 of 147 passes for 976 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Whoa.
And on first down, he hands off right away for a quick hitter, and there was quick hitting.
C.J. Pacheco, the first to come through that line, just lay a big hit.
You know, we've seen C.J. a lot. He has really picked it up defensively. I mean, he was always a really good defender, but these last few games, Tom and Carlos, he's really done a nice job. And he's got a beautiful spin move. If we ever get a chance to see it, if he comes this side of the line, you can see how he's a spin move against the size. He gets in there and makes the tackles.
2nd and 11 for Scituate. Belsan sets a man in motion, fakes, pitches down the field, and it's caught. Off to the races is number 26, Charles Hartwell, with the touchdown.
Well, that's what he can do. The quarterback, Belsan, he can throw the ball. He can throw the ball deep. He's got a beautiful throw. He has a nice touch on the ball, and even though he doesn't throw a lot, when he does, a lot of times it works out very well for the Sailors.
Well, reminiscent of the Hopkinton game,
Yeah.
where Holliston did that to the Hillers.
Absolutely.
74 yards in the long pass.
The extra point attempt is up
No good.
and
Doink.
no good.
Yep, had a little doink, first doink of the night.
10:56 to go in the first. Scituate
So with 10:56 to go in the first quarter, the Sailors are on the board first, 6-0.
You know, Belsan's a good quarterback. He, like I said, he has a good strong arm and everything, but he does tend sometimes to throw some interceptions. I believe he had 3 of them in the last game that they played, the last playoff game. But when he's on, he's on.
He put that pass right on the mitts, right on the, in full stride was Hartwell, number 26.
While we got a minute here, guys, I just want to have a shout out to Ginny Small, Coach Kylie's mom, and we hear she's recovering. And Ginny, we wish you the best. Please get well quickly. Get out here and start rooting for the Panthers.
Right.
So 10:56 left to go in the first quarter. Holliston down 6-0.
Cooper Olson and Andrew Dennison back deep to receive the kick. It's going to bounce at the 20, taken by Olson. He sprints up the left sideline and all the way out to almost the 45-yard line. So good field position for the Panthers.
Well, we talk about this a lot, and almost every game I say the same thing, but it's so true that you're not used to playing a team with this much speed. You can't practice this because nobody has this much speed to practice against them. So see how Holliston can open this up a little bit.
The Holliston offense averaging 324 yards a game, 185 through the air, 139 on the ground. The Sailor defense allowing 315 yards a game, 210 through the ground, 100 on the air, 105 through the ground on the ground. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 44-yard line. TJ Kylie fakes it to Harding and then rolls out. He's getting chased to the sidelines. Incomplete.
Well, that was a smart move by TJ. He's getting out there, and he was going to take a big loss, so he's able to get the ball away and come back and fight for a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
Jamison Hockland has the pressure. 2nd and 10.
Three receivers to Kylie's right. Brady Sweeney, the lone receiver, to the short side of the field. Handoff to Harding, and he's hit right away by number 21, William Robinson. Loss of 1 on the play, 3rd down and 11 for Holliston.
See Holliston open this up now. Wow, the safeties are in really close here.
Kylie, short drop, fires to his right, overthrows, intended for Dennison. That'll bring up 4th down for Holliston.
Kylie stays in to punt. 9:53 left to go in the first quarter, 6-0 Scituate. He's been a good punt. He's got some really good punts off. You know, they're not really exceptionally high, but he gets a good bounce, and he's gotten some good yardage out of his punts this year.
Kylie's kick drives Scituate back, bounces at the 25, rolls around. Scituate tried to play it, didn't get much of a return.
Great shoestring tackle by Pacheco.
These teams both victorious last week. The Sailors beat Northampton, the number 11 seed, 35-6. Running back Alex Burrell rushed 25 times for 214 yards and a touchdown. The Panthers faced the Melrose Red Raiders here, and they beat the Red Raiders 25-14. Player of the week was Brady Sweeney with a clutch interception, receiving for 5 for 60 yards, including a 36-yard touchdown. So 1st and 10 for Scituate from their own 22.
Empty backfield.
Belsand, the double throw, connects. Sweeney with the tackle, but big yardage for the Sailors.
Well, that's the 2nd time now that they've gotten up behind our defensive backs. You can't let these guys get behind you. You gotta stay in front of them. You know, there's a couple things you can do. You can hit them at the line. Don't let them have that free release. But whatever you do, you cannot let these guys get behind you.
After the big game, 1st and 10 at the Panther 35-yard line. 9:21 clock running in the first quarter. Belsand with the handoff. Forward for a couple of yards. That was Morley, number 36. Carlin Morley, 81 rushes for 561 yards. He's got the most rushing touchdowns with 10 on the season for the Sailors. 2nd and 8. Belsand to the sideline, incomplete. He overthrows Hartwell.
Well, it looks like they're opening up the playbook here, and they're going to throw everything they can at Holliston. That's the way you got to play in the playoffs. You know, they're not going to play scared over there. They know what that team can do. As I said, they're defending state champions in Division 4, so they've been there recently and they know how to win.
3rd down and 8 for the Sailors. Belsand to throw, lobs it up deep, incomplete. Looked like Foley cut that route short.
Well, what happened there was Holliston got through defensively. They did a nice job, that front 7. He didn't quite see who it was. They got through there, but they put a little pressure on Belsand. He had to get rid of the ball very quickly.
Yeah, I think it was Pierce Alachi that got in there and gave some pressure.
Yeah. Now they can do that. You know, as big as they've played these offensive lines, as big as they are, Holliston has great speed and great moves, and they can get in against these quarterbacks really quickly.
4th and 8, Belsand with 3 receivers to his right, the wide side of the field, and he rolls that way. Looks right, fires, incomplete.
Holliston
And
ball.
well defended by Andrew Dennison. And Holliston takes over on downs. So a big play by the Panther defense after
Oh, we got illegal man downfield. That's declined.
I didn't even see that flag.
Yeah, so Holliston takes over, and you're right, Tom. The defense held up, and they're gonna have to really hold up the rest of the night. The other thing that's going to be interesting to see is kind of a chess match between these two coaches. They are both really good coaches. They've both been there, both won state titles. Let's see if Holliston opens this up a little bit now.
First down and 10 for the Panthers from their own 33-yard line.
You know, I talk a lot about this, and I love TJ rolling out to his left, even though he's a right-handed passer. And right now, the ball's on the right hash mark for him, so he's got plenty of room over here to the left if he wants to come this way.
He's got 3 receivers to the wide side, his left side. Fakes it to Harding. Incomplete, intended for McCarron.
Excellent defense there. If you can't get to the quarterback, you get those hands up and take away that passing lane, and that's what the Scituate player did there. Very well played by Scituate.
Second down and 10 for Holliston. 8:28 to go in this first quarter. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Fake to Harding again, this time complete to McCarron.
That's what you got to do. I really like when they involve Owen McCarron, they get a lot out of him. You know, he's scored some touchdowns. He's gotten some big first downs for them. And right there, the other thing that was right there, I don't know if you noticed that, but standing about 3 yards away from him was Sweeney, and there was nobody else there. If Owen lateraled that ball off, Sweeney had a touchdown.
That was McCarron's 8th catch of the season for 90 yards, 3 touchdowns. Third down and 2 for the Panthers.
Keep using that tight end.
Hand off to Harding, and it looks like he got first down yardage.
Well, if he didn't, they're going to go for it. So
they wave the sticks. So the Panthers pick up their first down of the night.
now they got to kind of establish the run a little bit here, and you got the right guy in the backfield to do that, Harding. And if they can establish the run a little bit, bring those safety. They're playing with one high safety. They bring him down a little bit. They can get beaten deep.
First and 10 from the Panther 43-yard line. Kiley, straight drop, fires, complete to Dennison.
Oh, what a catch.
And another first down, a great catch, and he took a big hit after that one, but bounces right back up.
It's like he's on a trampoline out there. He got hit and boom, right back up. That should be a first down, right?
Andrew Dennison with his 27th catch of the year, 581 yards, 10 touchdowns.
Isn't that a first down where they're putting it?
There's a penalty.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, penalty.
What was the call? What do they got? They just dropped their flag?
Ineligible man downfield is the call.
Oh boy, ineligible receiver.
5-yard penalty.
So that backs them up 5. Negate that.
Well, Andrew Tennyson took a big hit, basically for nothing there. Bounced right back up though.
So first down and 15 for Holliston from their own 38. Coach Kiley signals in the play to TJ. Really nice article in the Metro West Daily News about those two. Kiley to throw on first down.
Oh, nice fake.
Nice move to the right. Intercepted by Scituate. Returned up the sideline inside the 30. And Situate's back in business. Well, turnover on downs returned by the Panthers.
That was TJ started that off perfectly with a nice pump fake. Got the man up in the air. He was able to get around him, and then threw the ball into a little crowd out there. And it was a nice catch, kind of almost like a little shoestring catch, I think it was, out in the far sideline. 6:17 left to go in the first quarter. 6-0. Scituate.
So Scituate with the ball at the Panther 26.
Yeah, you're putting some pressure on this defense now because it's a short field for Scituate.
That was number 15, Joey Burke, on the interception for Scituate.
It's on the 28-yard line, actually, Holliston. Scituate stalled last time in this position. Belsan with the handoff. That was Burl up the middle for a couple. Picked up 5, or 4 actually, 2nd down and 6.
Watch these outside too. You're going to have to contain on the outside. Keep that quarterback contained.
Belsan pitches it out to Burl. He gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep, they did just what I told them. Once contained, you want to turn that runner in and be able to make the tackle there. Nicely played by the Holliston defensive line.
Excellent tackle from Lucas Badenkoff there.
So actually picked up a couple. It's 3rd down and 3. Sailors quickly to the line.
And that's going to be a first down.
Panthers drawn off sides, and Scituate gets a free 1st down.
Well, you know, needless to say, and I didn't say it, but, you know, you get into this deep into the playoffs now, you're starting to get in the position. You can't afford penalties, you can't afford turnovers. And right now, Holliston has had, you know, right here, a turnover and a penalty to give them a 1st down. Clock running, 5:04 left to go in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Sailors are in the red zone for the first time tonight. Handoff to Morley. He powers forward for a couple.
It's another.
Gain of 3.
Morley, you know, he's a really strong running back, and he's also a really good linebacker. He's one of the captains of this team.
2nd and 7 for Scituate.
Got to watch here, the number 81.
And
Lost him.
Scituate has to take a timeout with 3:56 to go in the first quarter. Scituate leading 6-0. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, important series of downs here for the Panther defense, which held last time.
You know, Scituate's got a plethora of
oh wow,
running,
they do?
Yep, running backs.
What number is he?
Running backs and receivers, but the one you want to watch out for is number 81, Lawson Foley. They've been looking to him, the sophomore. They've been looking to him a lot in the last few games.
Bisland hands off to Morley. He keeps his balance forward for a couple more yards.
It's going to be 3rd and short here.
So it's going to be 3rd and 2.
3.5 minutes left to go, still in the first quarter, 6-0, Scituate.
Morley's their power back they go to, and they go to him again, but C.J. Pacheco got a chance. Oh, Morley just squirted through there. How?
Yeah,
looked like he got hit behind the line of scrimmage, but it's a touchdown Scituate.
Yeah, and they're going to tack on some unsportsmanlike after that. I think just a little too aggressive on the tackle there.
So we'll see what they.
Well, there's a chance they could put the penalty on the extra point, which would move it a yard and a half closer.
And they're going to go for 2, I would guess, anyway, because it's.
Penalty goes against Holliston. Will be assessed.
3:12 left to go in the first quarter, 12-0.
Half the distance to the goal on the extra point.
So it'll just be a yard and a half for this 2-point try. Scituate's taking their time. You don't get unlimited time on these 2-point conversions.
Yeah.
And there's 10 seconds left in the play, and they're still on the sidelines.
This is going to be tough.
They're gonna be
another timeout
scrambling a lot.
Yeah.
And they
there's
have
a
to take
timeout.
another timeout.
Timeout, Scituate.
And so with 3:12, we'll take another break. We'll be back in a moment. All right, the important 2-point conversion right now.
All right, we're back for the 2-point conversion attempt.
Power formation for the Sailors. Belson under center. Looks like he's going to touch and go. And he does.
That
And I
flag,
got a flag
yeah.
from behind the play Pushing.
Yep.
Pushing is the call.
against
It goes against
Scituate.
So they'll be moving back, and they'll try again.
Well, that's going to back them up 5.
Let's see if they still try to run the ball. I mean, still try to go for 2 or just kick for 1 here. Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field.
Well, let's see. The ball's backed up.
So it's now marked at the 6-yard line.
Should be at the 6.5. I guess it was at the 1.5.
Looks like they're going to kick, maybe.
Well, again, they're going to have to hurry up. At least they're in the huddle. Oh, here comes the kick team. They could take another timeout here. At least they're on the field. So this will be from the 15, the 25-yarder. Extra point is blocked. So the attempt is no good after 2 timeouts and a penalty.
Well, you know,
Panthers come up with the play.
for a game that so far has been totally controlled by Scituate, with 3:12 left to go in the first quarter, it's only 12-0, and Holliston has that quick strike offense. They can cut way into this lead very quickly. Let's see if they can come back and do that.
Yeah, but the Panthers haven't even found first gear yet.
Yeah, I know.
So they got to wind it up on offense like we know they can. But Scituate strikes twice very early here in the first quarter.
Well, you can't give them a short field, number 1. And number 2, you can't keep having penalties. That's going to kill you. You know, you just can't afford to do that. If you.
Well, to your point, they got behind the defense twice.
Yep.
Olsen and Dennison are back deep.
Cooper Olsen and Andrew Dennison back deep for the Panthers. Kick is bounced to the 20-yard line, taken by Nick Larch. And he's forward to the 35-yard line. Good position for the Panthers.
15-yard return.
So with 3:05 left to go in the first quarter, let's see what Coach Kiley's got up his sleeve. You know, the last thing you want to do, and I know he won't, is panic here. I mean, there's a long, long way to go here. I mean,
Right, first and 10.
1 or 2 plays, and you're not only back in this game, but you have a lead. So
Let's see how the Panthers respond on their 3rd time on the offensive side of the ball. Kiley to throw on first down, goes deep. He's got Dennison by a step, and number 6 all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
I think it was Dennison that they did not want him to release off this line. I think he was wide left here. I think that was him. And what they did is they instead they went after him, pushed him aside so he couldn't get a free release. But then he just turned on the jets, and when he turns on the jets, it's basically Katie by the door.
Well, now the big plays are 2 for Scituate, 1 for Holliston.
But you got to finish here. See, you got to get in and you got to finish this.
They mark the ball at the 7-yard line, or the 8-yard line. First and goal for Holliston. Kiley fakes the handoff, rolls right, looks to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
Owen McCarron.
Number 2, Owen McCarron.
Got to use him. You got to keep using him. I'm telling you, he's all this year I've been asking for them, and when they do use him, that's all he seems to do is score touchdowns. He does a really nice job. And now Holliston, this is a really big extra point for Holliston here.
Elliott lines up for the extra point. Elliott's kick is up and good. So with 2:24, just a minute later, the Panthers are on the board, trailing Scituate 12-7.
That's the big strike offense I told you about that they can use, and it doesn't take long. And not only do you cut into the lead, it's 12-7 now, and hopefully on this kickoff, if Holliston can keep this kick return back on the other side of the field and give that defense a little bit of space here, don't make them have to defend a short field, this thing could turn into pretty good ball game here, which it is right now.
Owen McCarron, that's his 4th touchdown catch of the year. TJ Kiley, that's his 42nd touchdown of his Panther career, 2nd on the Panther all-time list. Jack McElliott with his 26th extra point this season. So Panther Nation breathes a sigh of relief as the kick drives the Sailors all the way back, and I think he wisely lets that one bounce out of the end zone. Nice kick by Lima.
Very nice kick, and there's that field position I was talking about. They get the ball out here at the 20, right?
Should be the 20-yard line.
Yep. Get the ball to 20, and 80's fit. Now you gotta don't let anybody get behind you. You got make them, if they're going to drive, make them drive all the way down the field. As I said, sometimes the Scituate team, which is again I want to repeat, is a very, very good team, but once in a while they'll make an error and lose possession of the ball. Maybe that's something that'll come into play here sometime tonight.
So 1st and 10 for the Sailors. Belsan, low snap, hands off to Burrell. He spins his way for a 1st down out to the 34.
Boy, Cooper Olsen, I'm going to tell you right now, that tackle saved a touchdown. If he broke that tackle, he was gone. That's a big tackle by Cooper Olsen.
They ran that play behind big number 75, Danny Thompson.
Yeah, he's the captain, and he's a good one. He's there's rumor here that he committed to Brown.
Is that right?
Yeah, we looked at number 75 for going to Columbia last week.
Belsan with the handoff to Burrell again.
Whoa!
Oh, he is met by
Ball's on the
Brady
ground.
Sweeney. And a turnover for the Panthers.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Brady Sweeney knocks the ball out.
And C.J. Pacheco fell on it.
They'll tend to do that. They'll tend to do that.
Was that, everybody's high-fiving like that was Lima who make the hit. I thought it was one of the safeties that came up. Well, great play by Holliston. Unfortunate turnover for the Sailors, but the Panthers are trailing by 1 touchdown and could really use it.
A minute and a half still left to go in the first quarter. We've had a whole game already. So let's see if Holliston goes for the kill right here.
They start from the 41.
You get that offense. They get pumped up and they get emotional and get that motivated juice
First and
going.
10 from the 41. The Panthers are operating. Handoff to Harding.
Devin Harding.
Oh, he's
And
so
he
good.
keeps squirting through the defensive line all the way back to the 35.
Yeah, I think Scituate got away with a big face mask on Harding.
Maybe if Jack Harper would call out that penalty,
Yeah.
the referees would get it. Give a shout out to the dulcet tones of Jack Harper, the PA announcer here at Committee and Field, doing an awesome job.
The world famous Jack Harper. He's
World famous.
He's on TV in Boston and everywhere. I don't know.
From the 36.
Second down and 5 for Holliston. Handoff to Harding. He goes to the outside edge,
Yep.
and he finds some room out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of yardage for the first down.
We didn't get to see a lot of tape. There's not really a lot of tape out there in any games from Scituate that we got to see, but I kind of had the feeling from what I did see that they were a little bit like Melrose, very stout in the middle, but you can work to the outside, and it looks a little bit like that might be the case here. And Devin Harding, he's a good one. You know, he can go to that hole, and he doesn't see anything there. He takes a left or a right, and he gets around to the outside and does a nice job.
Rain's starting to pick up just a little bit.
From the 26.
First and 10 for the Panthers from the 26-yard line of Scituate. Handoff to Harding.
Harding
He
for
drives forward to the
number 2.
25. He was at the 26, so maybe he got 1.
That'll do it for the first quarter.
Daniel Thompson.
So after the first quarter, Sailors 12, Panthers 7. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment.
Scituate.
All right, second down and 9 for Holliston. Ball's at the 25-yard line.
At the
Fresh
25.
12 minutes on the clock. Ready to start the second quarter. Kylie fakes it to Harding, steps up, but he is put down by number 8. That's Jameson Hodlin.
Yeah, Hodlin came right through there. He did a really nice job and come through. And, you know, you get a chance to get a quarterback like that, boy, you wrap and you take him down, and that's what he did.
Oh, a
Sec- Third down and 15.
16.
You know, Carlos had mentioned that it looks like it's picking up just a little bit out here. The mist is getting a little stronger, and that might have had some effect on that fumble that Scituate had at the end of the first quarter.
Kylie to throw on third down, fires it down the middle to number 6. Nobody around him. Touchdown, Panthers! Andrew Dennison and TJ Kylie connect and give the Panthers the lead, 13-12.
Well, on the play before, the Scituate Sailors came plowing through that offensive line, but that time no one got near TJ. Nicely done by the offensive line, and TJ and Holliston going for a 2-point lead now. They're up by 1.
Offsides against the Sailors. which
Yeah, if you-
makes this
They might go to war and try and score here. Let's see what Holliston does.
Offsides on
Because you've already got the lead, remember. So let's see if Holliston,
half the distance to the goal.
Holliston's. Let's see, and if they do go for it, let's see if they go to war, or what they do.
Holliston will switch
And they're going to war. Looks like Pacheco coming in. This is a great call. This is a great call. You've already got the lead, And the worst thing that happens, you get out of it with a 1-point lead.
31 yards on the touchdown connection from Kylie to Dennison.
And what a beautiful pass, too, right down the middle. Nicely thrown ball by TJ. This is going to be really, really fun battle right here between this offense. This is a big defensive line for Scituate.
Nick Larch, number 12, in at quarterback. Turns around, pitches the ball. 2-point conversion is good.
Dennison.
As Andrew Dennison scores.
Sorry, Harding. My bad. That was Devin Harding.
Harding.
Yeah.
So the Panthers are on the board with 2 quick scores, just like you predicted, Jay.
Yeah, 15-12. And
15-12 Panthers.
you know, sometimes you get that big lead, or big lead for the first quarter anyway, a couple touchdown lead. And I don't want to say you relax, but you feel really, really good about yourself. Then this other team comes down and they score a couple very quick touchdowns. And the next thing you know, you're not feeling so good about yourself. So sometimes momentum plays a funny game. This game is an exceptionally long way from over, though. So
for Andrew Dennison, that is 11th touchdown of the season. And for TJ Kiley, that's his 23rd touchdown pass of 2022. All the way back to the 10-yard line goes the kick.
Pacheco again.
Pacheco with the tackle at the 30.
Well, CJ Pacheco, he's having a career tonight. He's all over the place, but he's a good one. He really is. We talked about him a little bit earlier, what he can do on defense. And also, you know, you get him on that war offense, he can do a number on the war offense too.
So with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, the Panthers trailed 2 touchdowns, and 4 minutes later, they're up by 3. So you called it quick strike offense for the Panthers and a big momentum swing for Holliston.
Now, sometimes what will happen is an offensive coordinator or head coach will try and get that momentum back very, very quickly. So you got to be careful to defend deep here.
1st and 10 for the Sailors from the 30.
Tip!
Ball's tipped.
Oh, almost intercepted.
This Holliston defense almost had their 11th interception of the year.
And I think that was number 11, right? Brady Sweeney, who dove there.
They're all over it.
Nice tip, whoever did that. A great job. I absolutely love when they get their hands up there. You can't get to the quarterback. You get your hands up and you affect the play somehow.
That was Joey Gentile with the tip.
Joey Gentile tip.
Joey G.
Nice call.
He's all over the field. Low snap. Belsan forced a scramble. And that ends up right back at the line of scrimmage. That play never got started, and Kawhi Lima is excited.
You know, that's the second time now, or maybe even the third time tonight, that Belsan's had the snap to him, a low snap, and the Scituate quarterback's done a really nice job of recovering the ball and continuing on with the play.
3rd down and 10 for Scituate.
Yeah, and now, you know, this is a situation where you can, you know, Coach Athey can maybe open it up, maybe call a blitz here. See how they play this.
Belsan with 3 receivers to his right, and that's how he rolls. No, a new quarterback, and he is sacked. CJ Pacheco.
Well, I'm glad you said it, because I've been saying it all night. He is really having a game already, and we're only a couple minutes into the second quarter.
And CJ with his 5th sack of the season stops the Sailors and forces them to punt.
Dennison back deep. Just want to make sure he punts the ball. You don't want to have any fakes here.
Kick is up, sending Dennison back to the 42.
Fearless. Dennison's fearless. And you know, nice bounce right back to him too, because that could have been really big trouble.
Well, he's in a long line of return men for the Panthers that never met a punt they didn't want to take to the house. Panthers with the ball at their own 45-yard line. 9:11 to go in this first half. Panthers lead by 3.
See what Coach Kiley does here. If you keep testing that that defense, keep moving that, keep those big bodies up front for those defensive line. Keep them moving. Get them a little tired. That'll help you later on down the line.
Harding tries to get to the right side. A nice tackle there by number 26, Charles Hartwell.
That was a beautiful tackle.
Or Morley, number
that,
36.
No, that was 36. Yep.
Yeah, that's Morley. He's the guy I talked about earlier. You know, he's their big back, and he's really a good linebacker. You watch him. You like to watch linebacker play. He's the guy you want to watch because he does a really nice job.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Clock running, 8:32 left to go in the first half.
Kiley, short drop to throw, throws it out to Harding.
Oh, slipped. He slipped. He probably would have got up another yard or two, though, because Morley was right on him, but brings up 3rd and, about 9?
Picked up 2, 3rd and 9, yeah.
Yeah, and the rain has actually stopped a little bit, but the field is probably still a little wet.
Yeah, it's probably slick, and it's probably going to stay slick the rest of the night. And, you know, the other thing is, too, that ball gets a little slick. So you gotta be careful with that, too. And sometimes it gets even more slick when it's just that drizzle, you know, instead of that rain. If it's pounding rain where they keep the ball more dry and wipe it down with a towel and stuff, you know.
Gentile in motion. Kiley to throw. Drops it off to Sweeney, number 11.
At a defensive team meeting there to meet Brady.
They tried to, it's a little, like a, do you call that a bubble screen?
Yeah, well,
close to the line of
yeah, I don't know. It's a tough situation to play against. This team is really well coached, and their linebackers do a really nice job. Their safeties aren't too deep, so the plays like that are near the line, unless you have a 3rd and short or something, might, you know, I don't know how well they're going to work. Kiley's back to punt. Uh-oh.
High snap. Kiley gets away.
Oh, nice job.
Punts the ball, stays in bounds, and takes a Panther bounce.
That is a nice job right there.
Talk about making something out of nothing. And Coach Kiley talking about a little roughing after the play. I didn't see who.
No, I didn't see anything, but.
Yes, there was a clear little hit on Kiley after.
Oh, there was.
After he kicked the ball. Yeah, we have the benefit of replay in the booth tonight.
Well, thank you, Glows. They won't give us a replay TV.
It looks like a timeout here.
Oh, get your phone out. Oh, I can't take my eyes off the field. So Scituate will start at their own 36-yard line.
Well, that was a little unfortunate. That was shades of Ashland there, and that high snap on the punt. So this shortens the field quite a bit for.
First and
Scituate.
10 from their own 36. Scituate hands it off to Barrel, number 11, stopped by Lima at the 40. But he picks up 4 yards.
Boy, he hit him really well. Kawhi.
I think Lima came up and made that hit on the fumble.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he playing really well back there. Coming out of the safety spot. And that's what you need out of your safeties, you know. They got to be able to tackle, you know. Sometimes those corners, well, I don't know, but those safeties, they got to be able to tackle.
2nd and 7 for Scituate. Burleson throws it out in the flat. That was Sam Allard, number 4, with the catch. He's got a first down for Scituate.
Yeah, he's another one of those guys that's out there a lot, and you know he does a nice job catching and running. Like I said, they're loaded with they have a virtual cornucopia of receivers and stuff.
What number is he?
Number 4.
Cornucopia.
Oh.
Does he play next to Plethora? All right, 1st and 10 for the Sailors at their own 47. Low snap, bad snap! And Holliston is after it as Belsan falls on it, but not after a big loss all the way back to the 30.
Belsan did an extremely good job of getting to that ball because I'm not quite sure. Maybe Lowe saw who it was from Holliston that broke off the line, but they were coming in full steam.
That was David Villa.
David Villa, number 54.
Yeah, he's going to get credited with a 15-yard tackle for loss there.
Too bad you don't call that a sack.
1st and 27.
I think it counts as a
I
sack.
know it doesn't, but it would be nice if it did. 4:35 left to go in the first half.
2nd and 26 or 27. Belsan to pass. Throws deep, overthrows into double coverage as both Lima and Dennison were there.
Yeah, not just double coverage, but great double coverage. That's what you want to be. One short, one long. Don't let him get the ball in between. And nice coverage here. And if anyone was going to catch that ball, it would have been Lima. He's having a nice game tonight, too, just like CJ.
3rd down and super long for the Sailors. 4:26 to go in this first half.
Just a reminder as the half starts ticking down a little bit here is that Holliston gets the ball to begin the 3rd quarter. So see if Holliston can hold him here and get the ball back here and get one of those doubles.
They hand off to Morley, trying to catch the Panthers sleeping, but Lima puts the tackle on number 36, and that'll send the Sailors punt team onto the field.
Like they say, you know, Lima, he's pumped and jacked tonight. He's really going at it.
4th and about 20 from the 37.
Clock running with 3:53 to go in the first half. The snap high. Almost got a shot on that big kick. Drives Dennison all the way back to the 15-yard line, but he gets away for a little bit. Number 6 almost made something out of nothing.
That
Great
kick,
punt.
that was D1 college material. That punt was absolutely sensational. And you know what? I wonder, now we've had 2 punts and a couple long snaps that have gone awry. I'm wondering if it's because these centers trying to snap that wet ball, if that's making a difference on the center exchange also.
Could be.
Yeah, 48 yards on the punt.
3:33 left in this first half. Plenty of time for the Panther offense. 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Kiley to fakes it to Devin Harding and then hits number 2. Owen McCarron with a big catch and run out to almost midfield.
3 catches now, I believe 2 for first downs. The other one was a touchdown. And they found something. They saw something in the film.
He just signed a baseball national letter of intent this week.
We saw him pitch. I did one of the games that he
Thought it
pitched
was
at. He was pretty
Stonehill.
good.
I don't-
Is that where he's going? Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Clock running, 3:10 left to go in the
1st and
half.
10 from the Panthers at their 48-yard line.
Here's a blitz.
Kiley to throw. Gets it out to Dennison. Dennison
Oh,
up
what
the
a great
sidelines
move.
for a first down before he's pushed out.
Oh, my, what a great move.
Tiptoeing his way up the sidelines is number 6.
Well, what he did is he got thin. He turned sideways so they couldn't get him, and he zipped up the sideline there, and that's a big first down as time is running out. And
Quick as a cat.
once again, Holliston in a good position here to see if they can get another score before the half ends.
Clock stop with 2:48 to go in the half. Panthers lead 15-12. Kiley fakes to Harding, turns, fires down the middle.
Oh,
Tried for number 6 again. That time well defended by
21.
the Sailors.
William Robinson
That
again.
was Robinson back there. Nice
Yeah,
job.
that was a very nice job defensively because he was beat. He was beat, and the ball, I think TJ had to wait a second before he threw that ball. Otherwise, Dennison would have been able to catch that ball and go in. Nice play, though, defensively for Robinson. 2:41 left to go.
Oh, we got a penalty.
Ooh, nice. Oh, roughing the passer, maybe?
15, a big one. All the way
Yeah.
inside the 25.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Roughing the passer.
Ball is roughing the passer.
So that puts the ball at the 23-yard line with 2:41 to go in the half.
And they have at least 2, if not all 3 of their timeouts. I don't recall
I
them
don't
taking.
think Holliston's called
I
the timeout
don't recall
yet.
either. The weather's picking up a little bit, rain a little bit, heavier mist, not really a rain yet.
Kiley to Harding.
Harding is stacked up.
Tries to evade the tackle by Morley, but he was stopped at the 25, loss of 2 on the play.
Colin Morley on the stop.
You know, the other thing that can happen here, hopefully Holliston goes in and scores the touchdown and everything, but if they don't, they can get a little closer. A field goal is in play, and that would put them up by a touchdown because they're already up by 3. See if Holliston.
Coach Kiley's waiting for the clock to wind down, and then he's going to call his timeout.
Yeah, good clock management by Coach Kiley. You don't want to give them any time on the clock if they get the ball back.
And there's the timeout by Holliston with 1:45 to go in the half. 15-12 Holliston. We'll be back in a moment. All right, out of the timeout, 2nd down and 12 from the 25 for Holliston.
The whole playbook is open right here, Tom.
Kiley to throw. Under pressure, and he's sacked. Morley again. He is just wreaking havoc with the Panthers.
Colin Morley had the pressure.
Holliston takes another timeout, and we'll take a break with 1:34 to go.
3rd and 21 from
All
the
right,
34.
out of the timeout, it'll be 3rd and 21 from the 34. Let's see what Coach Kiley dialed up for the Panthers right here. TJ with a short drop, fires down the middle, complete to number 6. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well,
Andrew Dennison with his 2nd touchdown of the night. Well, that's what I would have drawn up.
that's what I would have gone with.
34
Very well done. Very well done. Nicely played. They got the line was able to do a little bit better job that time, holding out that defense. That defense, by the way, is absolutely pouring in on Holliston. I was wondering if they'd go for 2 here, but they're going to go for 1.
McElliott steps up to attempt the kick. No good. So no good on the PAT, but the Panthers lead 21-12.
Well, the big news is it's a two-possession game now. You get those 9-point leads, and that makes that extra possession is big. Now you got to play it. You got a minute and 25 left, 85 seconds over there. They used all 3 timeouts, I think, right? They're all done with their timeouts, I believe. At least with 2 of them.
They've got 2 timeouts.
So
they took 1.
right, hold your lane.
Oh, no, they took
at least 2. If maybe
yeah, they got 1 left.
Hold your lanes on this kickoff. Don't let them have a long kickoff return. Because if you can go in with this score and get the ball back in the beginning of the second half, that'll be good news for Holliston.
Well, good news is T.J. Kyler to Andrew Dennison. That connection has been working all season long. As Coach Kylie dialed it up again, it was great to read about what great friends they are.
T.J. and Andrew Dennison. Well, if I was the quarterback, he'd be my best friend too. Throw him the ball, let him score a touchdown.
Throws like that. Lima's kick just is a boomer all the way back to the 10. And a fumble, it's Holliston ball. Looked like number 70 and number 16. It was recovered by Nick Larsch, number 12.
They're going to calm down, though. The returner's down. Yep.
Wow, that would have been a huge break for the Panthers.
The ball was down. Runner was down.
What's the replay on that one, Lois?
Yeah, he looked like he was down. It looked like it came out after he hit the ground.
Did you play it back a few times?
Yeah.
You know, I thought he was down, but then when everyone was going nuts back there, I said, oh, maybe he wasn't. But
It's one of those deals where the ball can't cause the fumble,
Yeah. Can't get beat deep here, folks. Can't get beat deep.
First and 10 for Scituate at their own 29-yard line. Belsan to throw. Fires in the flat, caught.
Keep him in bounds. Keep him in bounds.
They're wrestling him in bounds.
Oh, what was
And
there?
late
Go.
hit.
That might be on Scituate.
That's coming back 15
That was a
yards.
hit by a Scituate player.
Yeah.
There was no need for it. That's coming back 15 yards. Wait a minute.
Against Holliston.
What?
Good eyes, Jay.
Am I wrong, Los?
I don't know about that one.
I don't. That was a player in white came in and into the huddle.
I think they were trying to. Couldn't see what was happening when they were trying to hold up the Scituate player, keep him in bounds.
Wow.
Maybe they were giving the rope-a-dope over there. I don't know.
1:07 left to go in the quarter, the half. Got to protect here.
So first and 10 for Scituate at the Panther 47. 1:07 to go.
Come up a little closer. That's good on defense over here. Watch this guy. They're going to try and work the sidelines probably.
Belsan hands it off to Barrel.
You got the first.
Barrel's got the first down. Clock stops as they move the chains.
1 minute left. Clock running.
Calling a gain of 10. First and 10.
First and 10 from the 37. Belsan to throw. Under pressure. Incomplete. CJ Pacheco was like, I was grabbed and thrown to the ground, wrestling style, by Danny Thompson, but no call. Belsan was under pressure from some Panther. Clock is stopped on the incompletion at 43 seconds left in the half. Belsan on 2nd and 10. Throws to Alliard. Whoa. Nice tackle there by Larch, who came up like a lightning bolt.
Yeah, that'll be the third and final timeout for Scituate.
Scituate takes a timeout with 35 seconds to go, and we will too. All right, out of that timeout, it'll be 3rd down and 6 for Scituate. They're out of timeouts now.
But when you have the ball, there's so many things you can do to stop that clock. You know, the big one is to catch the ball and get out of bounds quickly.
Big play for the Panther D right here.
Scituate is 1 for 5 on 3rd downs tonight.
Belsan to throw, looks right, goes deep, double coverage, and he overthrows it. Good coverage there by the Panther. He was blanketed. That stops the clock with 29 seconds to go in the first half.
It brings up a 4th down. You know what's interesting here, if he throws, which you never know, maybe he's going to, but if he throws and it's incomplete, that stops the clock. Holliston might have a little time left on the clock. But first you got to stop them here. Nothing behind you.
Big 4th down and 6 for Scituate. Belsan, he's being chased from the pocket. Pacheco takes a shot. Another throw, intercepted.
Dennison.
Andrew Dennison with his 5th interception of the season.
And don't forget to credit C.J. Pacheco on the quarterback pressure there.
He came pouring in, number 44 did, and the Panthers are able to take over with just 20 seconds left on the clock.
Looks like they're going to go to war here, so I don't know if they're just going to kneel it down on it and go in. Might not be too bad of an idea here.
Oh, just tap the center and go.
That'll do it.
So your halftime score, 21-12, Holliston over Scituate. We'll be back with second half action while Jack Harper plays Rush and their greatest hits. And now Loose in the halftime lowdown.
Thank you, Tom. The score from Comedian Field at halftime, the Panthers leading the Scituate Sailors 21-12. This has been a very thrilling game, very thrilling first half. And the stats are actually pretty even. Total yardage, 173 for Holliston, 171 for Scituate. So just a 2-yard difference there. Both of these teams have 7 first downs. So they're both moving the ball pretty effectively. Really the difference in the game is probably turnovers, right? You have 1 fumble lost from Scituate, and you also have an interception for Scituate, or from Scituate, right? So those, Holliston currently leading the turnover battle 2-1. Other stats here in the first half, Holliston leading in 3rd down conversion percentage, 3 for 5 for the Panthers, only 1 for 5 for Scituate, another kind of stat that may have been the difference in the first half. Individually for Holliston, quarterback TJ Kiley is 9 of 14 for 178 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. His leading receiver has been Andrew Dennison. He's got 4 catches, 2 of them are touchdowns, and he's got 138 yards for the first half. He actually has 5 catches if you count the interception that he made in the first half as well on defense. Leading rusher for the Panthers is Devin Harding. He's got 7 carries for 13 yards. Other receivers, Owen McCarron had a great first half. He has 3 catches for 38 yards and a touchdown. And then for Scituate, quarterback Jackson Belson is 4 of 12 for 94 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. They actually had Kieran Brenner in there as well. He threw a halfback pass that was complete for 43 yards. And then Colin Morley is the leading rusher, Alex Burrell is the leading rusher for Scituate. He has 6 carries for 33 yards. Colin Morley, however, has the touchdown, an 8-yard touchdown run to go along with 24 yards on 5 carries. Their leading receiver, by the way, Charles Hartwell, kind of going toe-to-toe with Andrew Dennison for receiver of the game. He's got 2 catches for 117 yards, a long touchdown reception of 74 yards to go with it. And then defensively for the Panthers, it all starts and stops tonight in this first half so far with C.J. Pacheco. Just look at the stat line here. 4 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss. So, of this 4 tackles tonight, 3 of them are for losses. He's got quarterback pressure, at least 1, probably many more that I didn't even see. And he's got a big fumble recovery in the first half as well. So he's just making plays all over the field for the Panthers in this game so far. Brady Sweeney has 3 tackles. Joey Gentile, David Villa, Kawhi Lima, and Lucas Badenkopf checking in with 2 tackles apiece as well. And then a big pass breakup from Andrew Dennison to go along with his interception as well. For more stats and information on the Holliston Panthers, you can follow us on Twitter at HCatFootball, and that's the lowdown.
Thank you, Los. All right, Panthers back on the field for the second half. 21-12 your score as we start the third quarter. Panthers got down 12-0 in the first quarter, but then rushed back with 3 touchdowns, 21 unanswered points, 3 touchdown passes by T.J. Kiley, 1 to Owen McCarron, and 2 laser beams to Andrew Dennison. The last one with 125 left in the half. And the ball's going to be kicked off to the Panthers. So we're going to see that Panther offense again just to start the second half.
Yeah, this is important. This first drive is really important to you want to keep control of this ball game. You don't want to give them the ball back right away. So you want to get down there and score and then, make them play from 3 possessions behind. Couple of things here, quick, Tom. Once again, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans, and
yes.
You people deserve it. Thanks for all you do. You people are absolutely wonderful. We also want to, again, wish best wishes to Ginny Small, Coach Kylie's mom. We hope you're listening now. We hope you're really enjoying this game as much as we are. And we also want to do a quick shout-out to Chris and Sandy at the Superette. They do a great job, and
oh yes,
Chris is just a really special person. So Chris and Sandy, hello here from the press box.
All right, a fresh 12 on the clock.
Dennison and Cooper are
Cooper Olsen and Andrew Dennison drop back deep for the kick.
It's interesting the way they're kind of lining up there, and they're not giving the kicker a chance to kick it in one direction or the other.
Well, they're
now
trying to kick it away from Dennison, but I don't know if that's effective with Cooper Olsen.
It looks like Holliston might. Oh no, okay, they went back. I thought they might be expecting an onside kick here.
Ryder will kick it away for Scituate.
Always try and watch the ball on the tee, the placement of the ball on the tee. A lot of times that'll give it away if there's going to be an onside kick.
And the kick is driven on the ground, picked up by Dennison at the 10. He tries to make it all the way to the right side of the field and turn it up. He makes the Sailors run a long way to get him finally stopped at the 30-yard line.
From the 10 to the 30.
So it'll be interesting to see how the two coaches go here. If Coach Kiley's going to open it up, if he's going to be conservative, which he really is. By the way, last week he had 2 fourth-down plays that I thought just did everything for this ball club. It showed he had great faith in his offense, but where they occurred on the field, he also had great faith in his defense. And that's the kind of thing the kids kind of rally around. I thought the 2 brilliant calls by Coach Kiley last week on 4th down.
That's great. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from their 30.
Oh, there's 5-yard penalty against Holliston. Right off the bat, you got to.
Goes against Holliston.
Once again, it's the penalties and the the 2 penalties
First and 15 from
So
the
first and
25.
15 for Holliston.
Yeah, penalties, interceptions, fumbles. You got to avoid all of that. Oh!
Kevin Harding
Oh!
almost breaks it.
Morley, yes.
Morley with a touchdown saving tackle potential.
Wow.
Colin Morley had the saving tackle. Gain of 7. Second and about 8.
After the 7-yard gain, it's 2nd and 8 yards for Holliston.
Yeah, that was a good gain there for Holliston to get back where it's a makeable 2nd and 3rd down here.
Again, Harding this time to the right.
Harding stopped.
Gained a tough couple of yards there. 3rd down and
Actually,
6.
3. 3rd and 6.
So as far as field position goes, this is a big 3rd down for both these teams because Holliston obviously wants to keep control, but if they don't get it, they don't want to give Scituate a short field. Two-possession game here for Holliston in the lead. 10.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd.
Kylie to throw on 3rd down. Fires it up deep. Incomplete.
That offensive line did a great job of picking up a blitz. Might have even been 2 linebackers coming in, but the Holliston offensive line did a nice job keeping TJ upright.
But the Panthers are forced to punt on 4th.
TJ back there. Boy, there's a lot of
Kylie with the kick. Hits around the 40. Taken on a hop. Good coverage by Givens.
now.
Joey Burke was
One
the
thing
ball
that I noticed on that punt was that there were 10 people up for Scituate and only 1 back. That's the type of situation where sometimes the coaching staff will see that and they'll say maybe on the next snap, PJ of course being the quarterback, if you see all 10 of those guys up, then you can throw the ball somewhere into the flat to a Dennison or something. One of those Dennison or Sweeney, one of those guys that can't be caught, and have a nice play. So we'll see how that works out later on in the game.
And here comes the rain.
1st and 10 for Scituate. Ball's at their own 36. Belsan hands it off, and a big hit by Cooper Olson and also number 33, Lucas Badenkoff.
Cooper Olsen and Lucas Badenkoff on the stop.
That's a loss of 1 for the Sailors.
Well, as Carlos just said a second ago, it is that the mist is getting pretty heavy now. So once again, the slippery ball could be in play here. Clock running, 9:30 left to go in the 3rd.
2nd down and 11 for Scituate.
Blitz.
Fake to Barrow.
Oh,
And the slant play connects. Ball's loose, and Nick Larsh.
no,
he's
it's
down.
down.
They're calling
He's
him
down.
Oh, made the
down.
tackle and the recovery. He thought he
Yeah.
had a double play right there.
Yep.
Nick Larsh with the tackle.
Well, great pressure by the Holliston defense.
What does the replay show on that one, Lowe's?
Mark it out.
Yeah, his elbow was down. The ball was definitely down, and then it popped out. Similar to the other one.
1st and 10 for the Sailors from the Panther 40-yard line. Hand off to Barrow.
It's nothing there.
Cooper Olson and CJ Pacheco and
CJ Pacheco.
number
OZ.
8, Owen Zakshevsky at the bottom. And David Villa, everybody win there.
And
The quarterback got in on that too. I'm not quite sure why he was in there, but
Second down and 10 for the Sailors. Belsan hands it up to Barrow, and he breaks through the line. Touchdown, Scituate.
well,
So teams made adjustments at the halftime, and Scituate comes out on top, scoring first.
they really weren't moving the ball that well on the ground. They did a nice job of throwing the ball in the beginning of the game, but didn't have that many rushing yards. But right there, they piled some up, and they'll go for one here. They're down by 3.
Extra point attempt is up and good. So with 8:05 to go in the third quarter, it's back to a one-score game. Panthers 21, Scituate 19.
Well, Holliston, you know, they came up, they scored 21 straight points, and then they get the ball at the beginning of the third quarter. And when you do that, you know, you really have to take advantage of it. You know, whether it's you know, a long play, down for better field position, or a touchdown, or score, or whatever. But you got to really do something with it, and they didn't really. Holliston really didn't do anything with it, and that allowed Scituate to have a shorter field.
Well, the Panthers offense wants to answer that touchdown.
Well, once again, for Holliston, with 8:05 left to go in the third, still up by 2, you know, a touchdown and an extra point puts it back to a 2-possession game again. So you're right, Tom. This would be big if they could come back and score here.
And the kick is punched through.
Let it
Might go out of bounds, and it does. Good play by Andrew Dennison to let that one roll out.
Trying to kick it down the middle of the field, so one of the up people would take it for Holliston, but they weren't going to do that. They were going to let it go back to Dennison.
The Panthers will take it from the 35, is where they usually put it. Let's see where they mark the ball.
Yep, right at the 35.
Okay, 1st and 10 Holliston. Pretty good field position.
After the kick goes out of bounds.
Mostly you see coaches call for the re-kick on that.
Yeah, well,
But, I mean, the 35 is
35
pretty good.
Oh, of course. You know, the other thing, sometimes with the re-kicks, you get block in the back or something bad happens.
Kiley fakes it to Harding, dumps it off. Oh, some early contact there.
No, what is this now?
And pass interference call.
First down, Holliston.
So 1st down for the Panthers. Coverage was a little too close by Scituate. That moves the ball to midfield.
There's not a lot of wind. A little bit is blowing in the direction of Holliston, so that shouldn't really be a factor right now. But it is wet out there now.
Scituate coach Ned Devine wondering why pass interference call 5 yards from the line of scrimmage is a 15-yard penalty.
Well, I think what he was looking at maybe is he felt the ball was tipped before the penalty, and if that was the case, if the ball is tipped first, then that ball's in play. I mean, you don't have pass interference.
I didn't see it was tipped.
Well, I saw it. It was definitely tipped. It was tipped, and then a Scituate player almost intercepted it. Went to the ground and almost intercepted it. But
Well, before it went to the ground, but not before it was to the Holliston receiver.
Right.
1st and 10 Panthers, midfield. 7:58 to go in the third quarter. Hand off to Harding.
Whoa. They are really doing it. The Scituate's doing a nice job. Of course, mostly it's Morley, but the Scituate team is doing a really nice job now defending the edges.
On a gain of a yard.
So 2nd down and 9 for Holliston.
9.
Now they're really coming. They're really coming after the ball. So as soon as the ball snapped, they're going right after the Holliston team. So that's where sometimes those screen passes will work to slow them down a little bit or to catch them, or a little bubble screen or something like that. A jet play in a misdirection, something like that to kind of get them thinking a little bit before they just tee off.
Kiley, quick throw to Dennison. Number 6 spins forward for the first down, crossing the 40.
You know, not only what he does, but when he does it, he reminds me, and I'm not saying he is, but he reminds me a lot of Zach Elkins. And those are the kind of things that Zach would do, you know, just always make the big catch, always, you know, make the first down, make the touchdown. And, you know, I'm certainly not comparing the two kids, but it's the same type of a situation between the two of them.
5 catches, 150 yards for Andrew Dennison.
So 1st and 10 from the 37.
Clock running, 8:27 left to go in the third. Oh, well, there's Alkaya.
That one's coming back.
Yeah,
Coming back on Holliston.
maybe.
They take it.
I don't know if
Illegal shift.
I would decline it. Let's see.
I don't think you can,
Illegal motion.
unless we'll find out. Because they blew the whistle when they dropped the flag.
I think they had two men in motion.
They did. They
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
But they blew the play dead.
Let's see what the call is here. Declined it.
Can he do?
Yep. Yeah, declined because the whistle, the play went. He threw the flag, the play went, and then the whistle blew. So he was able to call it back. It's a good call by the coach over there for Scituate.
So 2nd down and 13 for Holliston.
And they keep finding themselves in these 2nd and longs, and they've got to really start making some first down yardage so that they kind of stay out of trouble here on 2nd down. Here's another blitz.
Kiley to throw. Throws a dart to Brady Sweeney. Number 11 breaks a couple of tackles.
Ball
He's
is out.
down inside
Oh,
the 15.
he
got
was
it
lucky.
back.
The ball
Yeah.
was out, but Sweeney got it back. And they threw, TJ threw right into the blitz, and they were coming at him full force from that side of the line. And I think what that did is that allowed, it looked like maybe they brought the corner or the safety, one of them, but they weren't going to be able to cover Sweeney one-on-one.
Yeah, and just looking at the replay, that ball would have been a fumble if Scituate had recovered it. So good on Sweeney to, fall on it himself.
You like that replay ref that they use all the time on the air, you know?
Blandino, whatever his name is.
Carlos, what do you think about that play? What does the rule book say?
Five,
All right,
Mike Pereira?
1st and 10. Yeah, that guy.
5 minutes left in the third.
1st and 10 from the 15. Holliston knocking.
There's the screen.
Kiley,
There's
complete.
the screen. Yep, there's the screen pass. Nicely played.
That was complete to Devin Harding. He's very close to another first down. It's actually going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah, they came off the right side of that defense. They look like for some reason they're coming after TJ from that side. They've done it a couple times now, but both times they've gotten burned. So I'm not so sure they're going to be coming full force here.
So Harding with the catch, first and goal from the 3-yard line.
The officials are talking. I'm not sure what the story is here. 4:49 left to go in the third quarter. Holliston up 2.
So they say first down, Holliston. They're going to go to war.
Yep. They're down, where are they? Like about the 3, Tom?
3-yard line.
Yep. Thank you, Los.
Coach Devine sends out a couple of his bigger linemen. Takes out a couple of defensive backs.
You know, the thing about doing that, though, is you lose a lot of speed, and Holliston can use his speed to get around the end.
So C.J. Pacheco on the right wing, Devin Harding on the left. Pitches to Harding. And he lost a yard.
Yeah, he did.
Good. Oh, no, they mark it right at the, let's see.
Yeah, he did.
No,
He brought it back, yeah.
-1. Good penetration by the Sailors.
Second and goal from the 4.
Oh, they actually mark him back 2 yards.
Yeah, now I wonder if Coach Kiley will keep, well, I guess he's going to keep the war unit in there. So in 4 yards, sometimes he would bring TJ back and open up the passing. Of course, the other thing is, too, they can get outside, they can throw the ball, they can pass, and they're going to call it, looks like they're going to call a timeout here. Let's see.
Kelly's letting it wind down here in the third quarter and is going to call a timeout with 3:47 to go. And so we'll take a quick break. All right, out of that timeout, it'll be second down and goal from the 4.
Test the side, test the side. Let's see if they come around the end.
Late substitution from Scituate.
Nick Larch pitches it to Devin Harding, right side, touchdown!
There you go. There you
No?
go. Yep.
Touchdown, Panthers!
Yep. Come on around, test the sides. You know, they're big up front, they're stout, and you know, to get 4 yards is kind of tough in that situation. But if you can get to the outside at all, get outside of those defensive tackles, and let your linemen block for you out there, that's going to be the result that you get. 3:40 left to go in the game. Holliston's going to go for 2 again.
Looks like they're going for it.
Looks like they're going to at 27-19.
Yeah,
It's 8 now. You should kick.
I
to
would
get the
kick.
2 point.
Yes.
The 2-score game. you know?
Exactly. I would kick and get the 2 point, unless there's something going on with the kicking, because oh, they're going for it, and they're going to war. This is big for both teams. This is really, really big.
Go to Harding again. Bounces it outside. 2-point conversion's good.
That's a player that will not be denied. That's all that is. That's a player who will not be denied, and that is a big, big score for Holliston.
His second 2-point conversion of the night. Devin Harding with his 16th touchdown of the season puts the Panthers up 29-19.
Oh, what a big, big play that was. You know, a lot of backs, they'll come in like that and they'll stop, and they're not Devin Harding. That's a major play for Holliston right there.
And shows what confidence Coach Kiley has in that offensive front.
Yeah. And again, they
72, Vladimir Valesky. Number 70, Jack Schelling. Number 54, Captain Pierce Olachi. Number 56, Captain Grant Harper. And number 50, Jimmy Parmisi.
Good group out there, and they're having a good night.
Along with number 2, Owen McCarron, and number 8, Owen Zakshevsky.
And don't forget who they're doing this against. These guys are really talented, this Scituate team.
So Lima's kick, driven up the middle of the field, bounces at the 15, taken at inside the 5. Finally tackled around the ankles by number 51, David Villa.
3:33 left to go in this game. Holliston with a
In
two-possession
the
lead.
third quarter.
Third quarter, that's right, sorry. Wishful thinking.
They'll start at the 29, first and 10.
So first and 10 for from the 29 for Scituate. Belsand, a throw.
Intercept! Oh! Did he get it? He got it. I think he did. Oh no! He called it down. He said it hit the ground. Said it hit the ground. I thought he had it.
thought he had one.
What great timing!
That play was a little slow in developing. Kwa was up quickly.
They run that play. They've run that play a lot. They like to go to the left side of the field for Belsand and throw the ball that way. And boy, oh boy, was that timed perfectly.
So second down and 10 for the Sailors. Belsand hands it off to Burrow. Burrow keeps his feet.
Gain of about 8.
Picks up close to 8 yards.
Yeah, they got to, on the first contact, you've got to really try and bring them down because that would have been about a 2-yard gain on the first contact. You can't let them get that extra yardage.
So third down and 2 for the Sailors. Belsand hands it off to Burrow. Burrow takes a hit, spins forward for the first down.
Enough for a first down.
Well, you got to, like I said, you got to get them early. You can't get them too high either. You know, you got to get them down a little bit lower.
First and 10 from the 46.
But this is a good defense against the rush.
Again, hands off to Barrow up the middle. He's got some room. Andrew Dennison with the saving tackle there, but not until the 30-yard line. Big run for Barrow.
Yeah, that offensive line now is starting to win a little bit against Holliston.
And Scituate's really using some tempo here.
2.5 minutes left in the third.
They go to Barrow again. They're moving, the Sailors are moving quickly, and now they switch out Barrow with Morley.
Well, they're using that big left side of their offensive line.
Second down and 3 for Scituate. They go to Morley up the middle. He picks up enough probably for a first down. He crossed the 20.
Yeah, looks like a first down.
Sailors are in the red zone here with 1:51 left in the third quarter.
Marked at the 18.
So they've moved with some urgency on the ground here in the pouring rain.
Yeah, Holliston's got to come up with a stop here and give them a little setback.
Go to Morley again, right side.
Again, you got to tackle. They're getting to him, but he's just getting through.
So second down and 2.
Tackle, but it was an 8-yard gain. Second and 2.
Falls at the 10-yard line.
1:05 left in the third.
Belsand to Morley, left side.
Nice job.
And Holliston
There
comes
you
up
go.
with the stop. David Villa.
Joey
Kawhi
Gentile.
Lenta,
OZ.
and Joey G.
That's how you do it right there. You get them down low and don't let them get any extra yardage.
I think Zakshevsky was in there.
Yeah, OZ was in there. He kind of wrapped him up at the end there.
Timeout. Who's this?
Oh, we got a player down. 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in a moment. All right, 3rd down and 3 for Scituate. 43 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Dennison runs off the field. Morley in the backfield. They hand off to Morley. Scituate thinks
First
they have
down,
the first down.
1st and goal. Yep.
1st and goal.
It's the ball down to,
It's about the 9, is it?
looks like it's on the 7.
Oh, down that far.
On the 7, 1st and goal.
Wow.
1st and goal for Scituate. Full house backfield. Beslin hands it off.
That's going to be the last play of the quarter. That'll do it.
All right, short gain. It'll be 2nd down and 3. 2nd down and goal from the 3 when we start the 4th quarter. 29-19, the Panthers are up by 10. We'll be back in a moment with 4th quarter action. All right, a fresh 12 minutes on the clock. Panthers leading by 10, but it's 2nd and goal from the 3 for Scituate.
Yeah, Scituate with a great methodical drive, just taking it downfield and running the whole time, and that's what you got to do when you get in the weather like this.
Hope they don't commit a turnover here. Full house backfield. Beslin under center. The handoff to the fullback, the tailback.
Not in.
Holliston stops him for a short gain.
Appears to be a stop at about the 2.
Yeah, and this is probably the hardest it's rained all game, guys. It's really starting to come down.
Yeah, it's coming down now.
Tropical storm Nicole making her presence felt here tonight. 3rd down and goal from the 1. Beslin forward on the quarterback sneak. I don't see a signal yet.
No signal. They're marking
there
the
it
ball. Oh, there it is, yeah.
And it's a touchdown for Scituate.
Jack Belson gets in from the 1.
Belson gets in from the 1.
Well, that was a nice drive. I got to tell you, it wasn't nice for Holliston, but that was a really well-played drive. And right now, I don't,
I think they're going to kick
yeah.
to pull within 3.
Brenner will try the extra point.
Last time it was blocked.
Blocked!
Yeah, and the Holliston
What was
Panthers
that?
get it again.
Sweeney right through the, was that Sweeney?
Sweeney
right
with
through the middle.
block. So 2 blocks by the Panthers on extra point attempts. Leaves the score at 29-25.
You know, a lot of times I talk about this, and I always preface it with the fact that these coaches are certainly a lot smarter than me. But when you can take a ball and just drive it all the way down the field in the rain, I mean, really didn't get stopped at all. Why wouldn't you just go for? Forget the fact that it's a 1 or a 2. It's going to be easier to run it in probably than to.
That's why you're
Yeah.
up in the booth and
probably
Coach Devine's down on the sideline.
winning state championships, and I'm up here acting like an idiot. 11:25 left to go in regulation here.
No, coaches always outthink themselves.
Yeah,
but then you got to go with the results.
Yeah, but I really don't get it when you can really. They took that ball and just marched it all the way down the field. Good for Holliston though. So
12 plays, 71 yards on that drive. Took up all of 8 minutes and 40 seconds.
Kick by Scituate is deep, and Cooper Olson's going to let it bounce into the end zone. The Panthers will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 11:25 on the 4th quarter clock.
that was what 8:40 you said.
8:40 on that possession.
8:40.
yeah.
So Holliston comes down and scores again, takes some time off this clock and scores again and get that 2-possession lead again. They're not going to be able to run a drive like that because there just won't be enough time. So This is a big situation for Holliston. This possession and their next possession, they got to score on one of these two. It doesn't seem to be any wind though tonight. That's a big plus.
Holliston to the line. Kylie pitches the ball back to Dennison.
Oh, great move.
And he takes a hit along the sideline after he stepped out of bounds.
And that is 15 coming this way, and I saw the right thing there.
Okay. Eagle eyes.
Eagle eye.
Whatever.
I had to redeem myself at some point.
You did.
Did they pick that flag? They didn't pick that flag up.
So Dennison got 5 on the carry.
There was a flag down.
Dead ball, personal foul. There you go.
Personal foul.
There you go.
So they put 15 on that, out to the 40.
Moves it to the 40. First and 10.
Got to take advantage of this. Tom, Carlos, you got to. This big situation here with the 11-17 left to go in regulation. You get that big first down, you get into shorten that field quite a bit. Got to take advantage.
Panthers got to dig deep here. They got a first and 10 at their 40. Kylie on the handoff on the jet play to Dennison, but Scituate strung that play out.
Yep.
It's going to be dropped for a loss.
That's a big loss. You got to be powering forward, and on this drive, and if nothing else, get the field position so you can get down deep and into Scituate territory. And
Loss of 6 yards. Second and 16 for Holliston.
I'll tell you though, I'm really impressed with the Scituate defense. They really have done a good job. I don't know, can't really tell how fast they are, but boy, they're big. Holliston's going to take a timeout.
Holliston's going to take a timeout with 10:25 left in the game, leading by 4, 29-25. We'll be back in a moment. All right, out of that timeout, it's second down and 16 for Holliston. Kyler to throw on second down. Little short one to Harding.
Oh, you got a lot back. He got a lot back. That's a big help.
Penalty on the play. Coach Devine jumping up and down.
Holding. Holliston.
Holding against Holliston.
Well, we talk about
Could
penalties.
decline it and make it 3rd and long.
Looks like the spot would make it 3rd and 10 or 11.
I would take this penalty. He declined it. Well, okay. I mean, Holliston, if they get a decent run here, they could even maybe sometimes get the opportunity of going for all 4 downs. So we'll see.
Panthers need this first down.
It kind of looks like it's slowing down. The rain.
It's been on and off all night. Really hasn't been consistent.
Well, the referees are still discussing this. Talking to Coach.
I thought he got a little further upfield than that.
I did too. I thought he got past the first
Yeah.
stick.
That was, they marked it where the flag was instead of where he got the ball to. But they're going to leave it. The holding penalty.
So they are going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to mark it back.
Yeah, you really got to take that penalty. I don't.
Well, how many chances do you get as coach? Do you get to say yes, then no, no,
I
then
don't,
yes?
Well, maybe he
I
wasn't
think
explained right or something.
Yeah, I think what happened is they messed up the spot, and they had to respot it.
But you really do have to take
Second
that.
down and 21 for Holliston.
Now, you throw a ball to Dennison, he goes 40 yards, and what's the difference? But 10:02 left to go in regulation. Holliston still up by 4. Oh, there's no safety. This is interesting. You can get someone, break someone deep here.
Kylie to throw. Fires, complete to Brady Sweeney. Who's loose? He breaks. He looks like a bull in a china shop in the secondary of Scituate.
Oh, and there's another flag. Now, who's this going against?
Picked up the first down.
At the first down.
It might be a chit-chat penalty.
Well, let's see. It's going to go against Scituate. Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep. You're probably right, Carlos. Probably was someone said the wrong thing.
Now, was that a clutch pitch and catch
Yep.
on second down by Kylie to
Yep.
Sweeney? Ice in their veins.
Well, not only that, but you could see with the safety gone, with these two receivers, and even with Joey and Joey Gentile and Owen McCarron, when they're not playing a safety, that leaves a lot of space in the middle of that field for TJ to throw to.
First and 10 from the 27.
So the clock's running with 9:30 to go in the game. Panthers have a first down at the 27-yard line of Scituate. Three receivers to Kylie's left. Harding the lone back. The handoff to Harding. Harding snakes back inside. Close to the 30-yard, or close to the 20-yard line.
Great job by Devin. He came up, read his block, had a little patience, waited just long enough for the block to take hold. He was able to get downfield and pick up, what, about 6? 5 or 6?
Call it 5, 2nd and 5. Falls at the 22-yard line.
Boy, these two teams really going at it. A big slugfest. I love this. This is great.
It is great football. Kylie to Harding.
Nothing in the middle this time. Stacked up. No gain.
No gain that time.
Jamison, Hodlin, and others on the stop for the Sailors.
All right, now you're third down. You got 2 shots at this, and you really do need this first down.
Loss of a yard, actually.
Clock's running with 7:58 to go in the fourth quarter.
As long as you keep moving forward, Tom, and you get a little bit, that clock can keep rolling, but you really don't want to give them the ball back and not have enough time to come back if you don't score here.
Little confusion in the Scituate backfield. Defensive backs looking around at each other. And Coach Devine's going to take a timeout. He didn't like the way that was set up.
Nice call, Tom. Nice
call. So with
call.
7:35 to go in the game, we're going to take a quick break. All right, important third down for the Panthers from the 22 of Scituate. 3rd and 5. 7:35 to go in the game. They're leading by 4 points. Kylie fakes it, turns back around, looks to the corner of the end zone. Number 11, Brady Sweeney. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, here's what happened there. They got some really nice blocking up front. TJ made an excellent fake. Got some nice blocking up front. He threw a great pass. In bad weather, he throws this great pass. And did you see the placement of Sweeney's feet? Right, because normally, when you're running in that direction, you'll take that extra step and be out of bounds. He did not do that. He held his feet in bounds, and he made the catch. What a great job. Holliston by 10 right now, going for 11 and 7:26 left to go in this game.
McElliott lines up the extra point. Got a flag, procedure penalty against Panthers. Well, what a play by Coach Kiley to dial up on a clutch third down call. He dialed it up. He dialed up the one to Dennison when he really needed to go get the touchdown on that 3rd and 21.
I'm not so sure I wouldn't go for 2 here, to be honest with you, because you're up 10. You go for 2, you're up 2 touchdowns. We'll see what happens here if he gets this, and maybe he wouldn't have got it, but it's still 2 possessions. That's all that counts.
Elliott's kick is no good. So it's a 10-point ball game. Panthers 35, Scituate 25, with 7:26 to go.
Now remember that last drive, they ran the ball very, very effectively. Scituate did, but they ate up 8 minutes and 40 seconds. They don't have the time now to do that. They're going to have to get down. They're going to have to get downfield quickly. Now they have the capability to do that. We saw that in the first quarter, but Holliston's got to not let them get downfield. No one gets behind you.
Brady Sweeney with the 17th touchdown of his Panther career. TJ Kiley with his 45th touchdown pass of his Panther career. The Stars are coming out tonight, even in the rain.
Yeah, they really are. And, TJ throwing the ball, a wet ball like that and being right on target is really impressive. And Sweeney, anything near him he gets. It just doesn't get away from him. So nicely played by both of them.
Lima's kick all the way inside the 10 to the 5.
Oh!
Nice hit there, right in the middle of the pack.
Number 15.
Number 15, Kevin Sahajian.
Oh, Kevin, we haven't heard from him in a while. There you go.
He's the fullback on the war team, doing all the dirty work.
Yeah, and he's a tough kid. He's a good ball player. All right, here we go. 7:17 left to go. Holliston with a 25-point lead.
Scituate with the ball on their own 32-yard line, 1st and 10.
Starts at the 32.
Beslin to throw, drops it off to Barrel.
Well, now what's this flag for? There's another flag.
Another flag, and there's a Panther down.
With maybe
that could have been a bad block.
Yeah, block in the back or something. Block in the back. Scituate. That's coming
Good
back.
Good call, Jay.
That's coming back.
Oh, the screen pass to Barrel is erased. As Belsan caught the Panthers coming upfield on that one.
Looks like Dennison came out limping a little bit, but he could use a rest. Played a whale of a game tonight.
There's a lot of adrenaline pumping through these players right now. 4th quarter, close ball game, playoff football. This is the way it should be. Belsan to throw, looks right.
Oh, there's another block in the back.
And there's a loose ball on the ground.
That was a block. I can't believe I didn't see that. Going in for the tackle. I don't know who it was. Maybe Nick Lodge. They pushed him right behind the receiver.
Wow.
Holy mackerel.
Scituate got lucky as anything that ball bounced back to Alliard.
6, 24, 23, 22 and counting in regulation.
2nd down and 8 for the Sailors. And a bad snap.
Fumble.
Got a procedure penalty
yep.
because that did not get off the ground.
You know something, that sets them back 5, but more importantly for them, it stops the clock, and that helps them out a little bit here. There we go. We're starting back up. 6:05 left to go.
And the clock's running.
Penalty's a big issue for Scituate tonight. That was their 7th penalty for 80 yards.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. I mean, Holliston had their turn at it, and Scituate has their turn, and there's been some, you know, some miscues. And
Belsan rolls left, throws left. Oh, double coverage over there.
Yeah, Sweeney got a piece of it.
Sweeney, he wanted that 5th interception, just like Andrew Dennison has.
well, you put the ball anywhere near those two guys, and they're going to know what to do, you know. And
Tremendous ball hawking defense played by 6 and 11.
And they're receivers. You know, they're receivers. Their job is to go get the ball, and that's what they're good at.
So the clock stopped with 5:42 to go, 3rd and 13. Ball on the 30-yard line for Scituate.
They like to go to the left, kind of deep a little bit.
High snap. Belsan throws deep.
What a
And
catch.
caught, a sliding, beautiful catch
Wow.
by number 26, Charles Hartwell. He's had a night and a half.
Hartwell, the receiver, first down, Scituate.
He does like to throw it toward his left side, doesn't he, Belsan?
Ball's all the way to the Panther 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
Fumble!
Ball's dropped
Oh,
on the carpet.
Holliston almost got that.
Scituate lucky to get that one back. Pacheco in the neighborhood again.
Clock still running, 5:09.
Remains possession. CJ Pacheco is in there with the pressure.
2nd down and 13.
Second and 14.
2nd and 14, actually. Ball's on the 43. Handoff up the middle
Yeah.
to Burrow, and the Panthers snuff it out, 51.
I'm not seeing that play at all. I'm
David
sorry.
Villa and 33, Lucas Badenkopf are in there.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing that play at all. I mean, the clock just keeps running. You pick up a yard or two. Now it's 3rd down.
That's what they got, a yard.
Maybe a yard. 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12 now.
You can blitz here if you want, but he's going to throw the ball.
3rd down for the Sailors.
There's a 5-yard penalty against illegal procedure. There you go.
And procedure penalty against Scituate, their 8th of the game. Stops the clock momentarily with 4:15 to go.
Clock
But the clock will start again.
17.
And Scituate is 5 of 9 on 3rd down tonight.
And this is a big 3rd down.
Yeah,
3rd down and 17 now.
You got to keep them inbounds here, and you've got to keep them from scoring.
Halyard in motion. Belsan to throw. Fires it down the middle. Intercepted! Brady Sweeney with the pick. He slides in.
Whoa!
And
There's
a
another.
late hit by Belsan.
Should be another 15 yards.
And I didn't see the flag go on that one.
I will say this, and I hate going against the kid or something, but Belsan, he gets in there and does a lot of that. I saw a lot of that earlier with some of the tackles that were made and stuff. And
Giving him the rope-a-dope.
yeah, well, anyway, doesn't matter. 3:43 left to go in regulation. Holliston with the ball. Each team with 2
Sweeney was trying
timeouts.
to stay in bounds, but
Yep.
really he could have gone out of bounds because the change of possession does stop the clock.
But
Panthers are going to be 1st and 10 at the 45 of Scituate.
and this is where you'll see TJ and Coach Kiley. They're gonna eat up the clock now, and of course the clock is stopped here. But after 1st and 2nd down, you want to stay in bounds, obviously number 1, and the second thing you want to do, B, is to wait till they give the 10-second thing and run the clock as far down as you can.
So they come out in the war formation.
Oh, this is a great call. Great
And
call.
forward is Larch.
Great call. They're going to have to use their timeouts now. And I think they do right there.
So with 3:35 to go, Scituate calls a timeout, and we're going to take a break. 3:35 to go in the game. Panthers lead by 10. Panthers have the balls second and 10 from the 45-yard line.
And Scituate has only one timeout left, which they'll use after this play. Unless it's a big first down, maybe. Oh, they're back in the spread.
Kiley hands it off to Gentile on the end around. And number 9 pulls himself forward.
There's a
Big
final
gain by the Panthers.
Third and final timeout by Scituate.
And so we'll take a break with 3:25 to go in the ball game. 3:25 left in the game. Thank you to all our YouTube live watchers. Thank you for watching this broadcast. Hope you're enjoying the game tonight. 3rd down and 4 for the Panthers at the ball's at the 39-yard line. Kiley fakes it on the turnaround, drops it off into the flat to Gentile. Oh, a game-saving tackle right there. And everybody knows Joey G just moved the stakes. A very important first down for the Panthers.
Clock runs, closing in on 3 minutes.
Clock
Okay.
continues to roll with 3:07 to go on the clock. Scituate cannot stop the clock.
Can't stop the clock, and you can almost pretty much get into victory formation if you want to here. 2:50, 170 seconds left.
Coach Kiley's going to take a timeout when he winds it down. And Holliston uses it. Oh no, Holliston uses the timeout with 2:35 to go in the ball game. 35-25. We'll be back in a moment. All right, 2:35 to go on the clock. Jay, you were counting it up during the timeout that
Yeah,
you can almost take 2 minutes off if you just kneel it.
if you can, I mean, you got to be. The only thing that'll hurt you now is a turnover, so you got to be very careful here.
Kiley to Harding, and Devin Harding slices, dices, and another Panther first down. Well, that puts the dagger in the Sailors right tonight.
Yep. Now I think you do. Unless I don't know why you'd want to go for another touchdown here. I think at this point you just take a knee and go home and prepare for Duxbury next week. Duxbury, by the way, beat Middleborough tonight, 62-41.
Well, what an entertaining ball game.
This is great. This is really great. And these kids.
This Panther crowd is really enjoying tonight.
And you mentioned the stars come out tonight, but some of the stars down there don't get a lot of mention, and that's that offensive line and that defensive front seven. And Hollis.
Clock stop. We got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty
Against Holliston.
against the Holliston. Sort of a moot point at this point in the ball game.
Yeah.
But just shows you what a hard-fought game this has been. Both teams going back and forth, tooth and nail.
And coming in, I had mentioned neither team really knows how good they really are because, Scituate only won 3 games. They played a brutal schedule.
4 games. They were 4-4.
Well, they only won 3 before
right.
they got in, and you have to win 3 to qualify to get in to the tournament. And that qualified them to get in.
But they are the defending champs.
They're the
Division
defending
4
champs. And Holliston now going to take a knee. Clock running, 1:40 left, 100 seconds left.
Well, the Panthers earned this one. An early 12-0 deficit, and this committee and field crowd was silent.
Yeah. And this is why you want to have a home field advantage, Tom. You get in a situation with the weather or this or that. You don't have to get in the bus. Right. This has just been sensational. And you said it earlier on in the game. The Stars came out tonight, and like I said, they did. But give that offensive line a lot of credit.
Oh, my God.
This is a really, really good Scituate defensive line. And give the front seven for Holliston a lot of credit too, because again, it's the same kids, a really strong offensive line for
Right.
Scituate.
And
They're-
these are the same kids going both ways.
Yep.
And Scituate had just driven the ball down the field on the ground.
Yep.
Sort of manned you right in the face and said, take this, Holliston, and
Yeah.
they bounced back.
So
Well-deserved victory for the Panthers, and they would go on to face the winner of Duxbury and Middleborough, which we just got the score. Duxbury 62, Middleborough 41. We don't know when they're going to play, probably Saturday, but let them enjoy this victory as they go to the Division IV state tournament semifinals.
this was a great victory for these kids, and what they endured last year, it really, they went through a lot last year, and they were able to come back and now go to the state semifinals.
Well, a great job by our HCAT crew in the rain. Almost ready loose.
All right,
The computer needs a little more time to warm up.
then let's give credit to our crew. Tom Harmon down there in the rain, as tough as they come. Our own Tom Harmon, not the
The
one,
Tom
not the
Harmon.
Michigan guy.
The HCAT from Tom Harmon.
Christian Boudet on the magical computer. Bruce Guilfoy on the big camera, and of course Carlos on the stats, and you on the
You
talk-
on
the
whatever
talker.
I do around.
I don't know what you do.
I
don't know
set
what
you
do.
up.
There you go.
Give you time to think of all your great intrigue.
Let's go to
And
Los.
now, Los with the final lowdown.
All right, thank you, Tom and Jay. Another thrilling chapter in the Holliston-Scituate playoff rivalry has been written, and tonight the Panthers come away with a 35-25 victory over the Sailors. I said it at the halftime lowdown, and the stats are actually very close, all things considered. It was a close game, 10-point game, but I think the stats really played that out as well. 316 total yards for Holliston, 336 for Scituate, 14 first downs apiece for each team. And the difference was really in the passing game and rushing game discrepancies. Holliston really got everything done through the air, 287 yards passing. They only had 29 yards rushing, net yards rushing. Scituate, on the other hand, they were a little bit more balanced, 195 yards passing, 141 yards rushing. Turnovers were a big element in this game. The Scituate Sailors with a -2 turnover margin, probably one of the major factors that did them in tonight. Another big stat was third down conversions. 5 of 9 for the Panthers, 5 of 10 for Scituate. Both of these teams really, at times stepped up on defense, other times really stepping up on offense to move the chains. So that really went into a great, fun game to watch. And then penalties.
Bruce to the right.
Bruce over here at the state championship trophy. The
Semifinalist trophy.
Semifinalists.
Carried enthusiastically by Captain Grant Harper over to the Red Sea to celebrate.
Sorry, Los.
That's all right. And then some individual stats. Let's start with quarterback TJ Kiley, 15 of 21 for 287, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Just a very impressive, you really can't call it a well-managed game. He really went out and threw the ball tonight, almost 300 yards, 4 tutties, and just the 1 pick. So great game from TJ. Leading rusher for the Panthers was Devin Harding. He had 48 yards on 15 carries, including a touchdown. And then the leading receiver, who else but Andrew Dennison. 5 catches, 150 yards. That's good for 30 yards a catch. Includes 2 touchdowns, a long touchdown reception of 57 yards. Brady Sweeney also had a great game receiving. He had 79 yards and a touchdown. Owen McCarron, 3 catches, including a touchdown in the first half. And then let's go to Scituate. Scituate quarterback Jackson Belson, 7 of 18 for 152 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Their leading rusher was Alex Burrell, 14 carries for 122 yards, including a touchdown. Colin Morley with 45 yards and a touchdown. He ran really hard in this game. And then Belson with a quarterback sneak late in this game as well for a touchdown. Their leading receiver was Charles Hartwell. Most of this was in the first half, by the way. 117 yards, 2 catches for 117 yards and a touchdown. Long touchdown reception of 74 yards. That was that first real play from first and second play from scrimmage for Scituate there. And then their other receivers, Sam Allard for 36 yards, and then Colin Morley for 31 yards as well. And then defensively, really want to highlight a couple people here, but starts with CJ Pacheco. He's got my vote for Defensive Player of the Game. He had 5 tackles in this game. 3 of those tackles were for loss. He also had a sack as well to go along with those TFLs. He had a big quarterback hurry in this game, and he had a fumble recovery that really set the tone on defense early in the first half. Cooper Olson with 6 tackles as well, including a tackle for loss. And then some big key defensive plays from the Panthers. We talked about the fumble recovery from CJ, but we also had interceptions from Brady Sweeney and Andrew Dennison. So both of those guys making catches not only on offense, but big catches on defense as well. For more stats and information on the Holliston Panthers, on the D4 semifinalist Holliston Panthers, you can follow us on Twitter at HCatFootball, and that's the lowdown.
Okay, I just want to say one thing. First of all, I want to congratulate Scituate on a great year. I really do. That's a heck of a ball club. It's tough to come back and 2 years back to back and do anything. You see down on the field, you see the Red Sea, and the Holliston has the championship plaque.
In the Final Four, baby.
They're in the Final Four. I want to thank that crew again: Tom Harmon, Christian Boudet, Bruce Guilfoy, whatever his name is, I don't know. Carlos Canto, and once again, Tom, you brought us back to the state semifinals. Nice job.
Oh yeah, baby.
Final score tonight from Committee and Field: Holliston 35, Scituate 25. Watch your papers. We'll try and follow wherever they're going, but watch your papers because I'm not sure whether they're going to play Friday or Saturday. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.